Testing. Oh, already? Well, okay, well that one's not getting audio through.
Testing.
Oh.
Oh, already?
Alright, it's just super
Alright,
delayed.
so it was just you.
Well, okay, well that one's not getting audio through. Testing. Oh.
Hang on, we'll see. Oh, unmute. Hang on, let me... Hopefully it's unmuted you now.
Oh, already?
Alright, it's just super
Alright,
delayed.
so it was
Oh,
just...
no, hold on. I think that's me.
Testing. Oh. Okay, hang on, we'll see. Oh, unmute. Hang on, let me... Hopefully...
There's two people watching now. Is that me and you, or is that me and someone else?
I hope it's not me and you. Oh, actually, no, I do.
No, it's me too. I don't want anyone to ever see or hear this.
Alright, well, I assume they can at least hear it.
Okay, great.
I guess. I guess I should share a screen with you so you're not also delayed, huh?
I mean, I'm gonna mute the thing, so I'm just gonna be talking to you.
Yeah, I guess we can
No,
hide the
that
alright, we can
doesn't
hide the desktop for a second. That's better.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh.
This is what we were after, Jaden.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we didn't want the whole thing there.
You're right. This looks good to me.
Alright, it's so delayed. Jesus.
Instead of just spoilers, should it be specifically like Netrunner spoilers? Midnight Sun spoilers? Borealis spoilers? Like, we need keywords in the title, right?
You're right. As the search engine optimization person our team, Jaden. You're absolutely right. We should have some keywords. We don't even have Netrunner here.
Borealis.
I do like the idea we just discussed spoilers as a Netrunner channel, but not. Alright, well we have a fallback idea, I guess. Oh.
Okay, great.
Do you wanna do the intro, Jaden?
No.
Alright, well welcome to Just Play Better. I'm your host Martin, and I'm joined by the co-founder Jaden, Mr. Space Ice, aka the Frank himself. How are you going, Jaden?
Hi, I'm good. Normally there's a third person, but he didn't want to do this.
It's a bold claim that we normally have a normal.
That's true.
Yeah, and
It's true. Do we ever actually have the three of us on here? You know, he doesn't want to do a lot of the things we want to do.
no, he doesn't. He really doesn't want Just Play Better to thrive. That's why you don't see us anymore.
No, yes, that third
Yes.
guy. We have a lot of good ideas.
We have so many.
That's true.
We actually do have a couple of good ones in the works that we're just not doing.
Today is not about our ideas, though. It's about Nisei's ideas.
And
Or idea.
yeah,
How many
and
ideas we have to show off. The ideas they've had to make new Netrunner cards.
that's it. The new cards coming out. Sure, we weren't labeled as one of the public revealers, but
No,
why
the fun
they
of it
gave
is
us a
all
list
these-
anyway because they think they just assume people wouldn't believe our ramblings, and I think
Well,
that's a great way to give out their spoilers. Is just unofficially
there's
like spewing out cards.
Visible spoilers, but then there's these little ones that are just popping up on Twitter or on little Netrunner websites.
Yeah.
They're like one of the secret. Did you hear Just Play Better had this card? The Whisper.
It's
Netrunner,
true.
Get it around there.
And do we want to show the people the one card we were actually given before we just read through the spreadsheet we weren't given?
We can get. I think we would start with that one. But what's your?
It's on screen now, Jaden.
Oh,
We've got the first card, Armored Fridge. It's a revamp of an old Netrunner card, just before even Android. It's similar to Plascrete in a way.
Oh, okay.
It's I believe
Can you
an
read
art.
the text, the numbers, the.
Yeah, so it's a 3-cost hardware. Put 7 ablative counters on. I don't know what ablative counters are on Armored Fridge, but
a new a keyword, a thing.
interesting. Yeah, so not only are they changing a couple of the keywords like core, but we've also got ablative. So already
Very
interesting
nice.
from the get-go. But yeah, Armored Fridge, 3-cost hardware. Put 7 ablative counters on Armored Fridge when it's installed. When the last ablative counter has been removed, trash Armored Fridge. Alright, and we can
Yeah.
spend 1 ablative counter to prevent 1 meat damage. So that's kind of cool. It looks like it's just like Plascrete.
It does look very similar to Plascrete. Seven counters instead of 4. It also
7
appears to
counters and a
be-
3-cost install.
It seems to be neutral with no influence. In fact, this card seems to not even have any idea that influence would come into play. Just some maybe like a Nisei.
Oh,
Sort of
we have a
tinted.
comment in chat, Frank from
Do
Mela.
we?
Yeah. It's also that these are real, very interesting design choice. I agree. It
Yeah.
is a very interesting design choice, and they are most definitely real.
What I like about it here is that, I mean, they've announced they're banning high profile target, which is the sort of the unlimited infinite meat damage. Now really the only meat damage is boom, which does exactly 7 damage.
Yeah,
So this
it's a
card
good
can
way of
make
using your
that
ablative
basically
counters.
irrelevant. So yeah, it's great. It makes boom irrelevant. There's no other relevant meat damage. It basically means that meat damage as a way to win can never be powerful because you could just put this in for free.
That's
Your
true.
deck.
We
That's true.
don't.
So that's an interesting thing that Nisei's
It is
doing.
interesting. I wonder if they're adding any more meat damage cards alongside
That's true.
Armored Fridge.
There might be. I mean, we've seen a lot of the Wayland cards so far, but there's probably 1 or 2 more in the fridge.
There's probably 1 or 2 more that, yeah, definitely
in the
make a.
I've got fridge on the brain. Oh man.
Like, yeah, it's a. Yeah, but that's the only card we have with actual art, so I'm glad.
What am I? That is just a fridge.
Yeah, yeah. So a bit of context around this card. This was inspired from, yeah, or maybe Indiana Jones was inspired by this card more realistically. This card inspired that terrible scene. Also a fan favorite item in the Hacker's Playbook and the Sprawl. If you've ever dabbled in that, Jaden.
I think I have like a book.
Yeah, cool.
Or like
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never dabbled. That's the extent of it.
Oh, you're missing out. But yeah, this card, despite being brand new from Nisei, inspired by the old Netrunner, has inspired a lot of other armored fridges, I guess. And
So
but I yeah.
Where would you put this in? Like, what do you see? Like, do you see like an obvious place for this card in the meta?
In the meta, well, not really. I put it in my deck
No?
just because it is a nice 7 damage prevention 3-cost for how aggressive I kind of play, I guess. But
Yeah.
there's yeah.
Otherwise,
I mean,
you don't see it getting any play.
yeah. I mean, there's still other cards around that are gonna mitigate damage as well.
Like what?
Oh, you can play a Heartbeat. You're an Apex fan, I believe.
It's true. That you know what this does. Like when you think, am I going to put Heartbeat or am I going to put Armored Fridge in your deck? That's probably like I can see people sort of trying to figure out that one. Heartbeat does give an MU, which is nice, and it's 1 credit cheaper.
It is one credit, the doubt, but this has
the
no
influence.
influence.
Exactly, it's a neutral. It's so easy to slot.
It's so neutral. I hopefully we're reading this
So
card right.
neutral. It's actually one of the most neutral cards I think they've.
That said, I wonder what that symbol on like the left is. If is that a new faction potentially?
Oh, do you think that's a? What is that a symbol of? I don't know. I think some sort of target, maybe. Also looks like.
Well, we have another comment, Jaden, from Melo again. Are we not aware of Boom? You two aren't aware of the Boom functional reprint? That no, we're not. We've somehow missed the Boom reprint.
God, spoiler Caesar is so crazy.
I know. Here we thought we'd be giving the spoilers, and we've been ruined with the Boom reprint. We can't even discuss that one.
If Boom was a functional reprint, does that not also mean that there's still the original Boom, which is this?
Oh,
now
yeah, maybe that. Yeah, definitely. Maybe Armored Fridge is worth including with the functional and original Boom being legal, huh?
What it seems like to me is maybe there's some sort of schism within like the Nisei design team, where someone really likes meat damage and someone really doesn't. So someone
yeah, it is giving that vibe, isn't it? It's
someone else is designing around it, saying no, we still want to do it. It's very sort of at least interesting internally, whereas it's hard to see whether it'll shake out. Maybe someone was going to design like an even more armored fridge, like for your head, prevents core damage.
Oh, yeah. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get other armored utility items around the house to
True,
fight
a
this
whole
the
armored,
various
like,
damage.
subtype. It's actually very interesting.
It's
Yeah, armored runner.
yeah. I wonder. Yeah, if there's gonna be some synergy cards with it based on armored as a. Again, maybe that's what that new symbol is. Maybe that's we'll find out.
Armored faction. Now, does this synergize with the new Shaper Runner that can charge cards? Or because this isn't a ablative counter, I guess. I thought it might be
Yeah, it
too
is an
powerful
ablative
to
counter, and
charge a
I
blade.
guess that's what they're doing to really distinct it from other counters around.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
I guess
so
as a corp you can only really do meat damage to get rid of this.
Okay, or core damage boom, as apparently has been.
Yeah, that's a scary
around
card. We can't really discuss the functional reprint boom because we weren't given permission to give that spoiler, but
No.
no, and that's sad days.
Were we given permission to say other spoilers?
Well,
you
no,
have
that's why
actual-
we're definitely
I've
not fake
seen
spoilers,
this
though.
online.
That's
No,
why
no,
we're
no.
using the artwork from the older Armored Fridge card, despite it being the new updated text.
Sorry, so you're saying this is the old card, but the new card is going to look different?
Sure,
I've
so
been-
it might have influence on
conceit of
the
everything
actual
I'm
card.
saying is that this is the actual card. So this is just.
Oh, sorry, I must have misread I must have misread the email then. You're probably right there, Jaden. This is the Nisei card they've been designing. I mean, a lot of the art's trending to like the old Netrunner anyway. Yeah, it's
That's true. When I see all the new art, I think, wow, this harkens back to old Netrunner.
yeah, and I mean, if this isn't a like inspired by, I don't know what is. Was a Blade ever counter before in the old Netrunner? Do you know that at all? Or?
I have to assume so. But I don't know anything about old Netrunner.
Oh no, me neither.
I was a 4-year-old for most of that.
I don't think I've looked at any other old Netrunner card except the original Armor Fridge.
I mean, I looked at a lot because there was a guy at my work who said he had a bunch of them, and I'm like, that sounds exciting. Then he brought them all in, so I guess I just looked at them at my desk for a while. And the guy used to wear a lab coat to work, and
Oh yeah.
he had a very divorced energy and would talk about his divorce a lot. So I kind of regretted sort of making that potential connection. It sort of led to some awkward conversations.
Sure.
That's mainly my experience with old Netrunner.
Yeah, mine is mainly potentially what Odie talking about it in G&K maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe, if that. But that's about it. I don't think I've seen many other cards other than this one. Mainly because it was
Yeah.
inspired. It was a move in the sprawl, I guess. And it came up when I was looking at why people would pick this move.
Alright,
yeah.
well, I think Armored Fridge is a pretty exciting card.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, depending on how powerful the functional boom is.
Yeah, the new
Fun fact.
boom.
Oh, okay. We got some insider information as well now, Jaden. Fun fact: this card
this
doesn't
isn't-
exist in the old Netrunner. It's just a Nisei card to make exactly like the old one. Wow. Okay. The rumors got me. I thought there was an armored fridge in the old one, but I guess Nisei once again, to their design
think
brilliance,
about it?
tricked us.
And the old Netrunner was from the 90s, right? And I don't think they had fridges. I think
That's-
that's iceboxes.
That is true. It was definitely futuristic design.
Fridges. So this is cool. This is like, new 21st century technology, but what it looks like in the future. It's that gritty sort of cyberpunk.
That's true. As someone living in the future, Jaden,
will be armored.
have you is your fridge armored at home yet or not
Well, I'm
quite
actually
yet?
living in the past because
Ah.
I'm about 40 seconds behind on the stream, so. it took me a
So
while.
I'm not sharing my
So-
screen, am I?
Actually, no, you are, but like, no, you're not. I don't know. I'm watching the stream.
I kind I forgot that, Jaden.
Yeah, so I'm actually way in the past.
Cool.
I've never used
Oh.
the fridge.
Man, this is not a Nisei problem. This is just to play better problem, really. There's a co-founder, Jaden. You should have said something. But I say we swap over to the unofficial spreadsheet we were given. What do you say?
The one they just gave us. Here's the spreadsheet. Pick one you can spoil. But
All right, all right. Pretend everybody can't see the text here. Hey, I'll give you 40 seconds to catch up, I guess.
Sorry, have you put something? I mean, I can hear you, so if you just say what you're showing.
Yeah. Well, I've got the unofficial spreadsheet they sent us open.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we've got to hide the spoiler card, huh? Let's not keep that on there.
This spreadsheet, Jesus.
Yeah. Do you want to go through potentially? Do we want to go through any like particular type of card? Maybe
No.
spoil that. As we can see, this spreadsheet is divvied up into different types of cards.
Let's see. Sure. I'm excited to see like what's going on with Jinteki. We haven't really heard much from them yet this spoiler season.
No, we haven't. So yeah, let's see if there's any cool Jinteki programs. No. Of course there's no programs. Oh, here we go. Gross spider egg sac that's all moving around. Interesting.
Oh.
I assume that's not the official name. I assume that's just a placeholder so we don't spoil too much.
Okay, and what does this card do? Again, can't see it. Hasn't got to that part of the stream for me yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jaden. Hey, all right. I'll do it through the phone as well. We'll make it fair.
Okay. What does this card do?
All right. So gross spider egg sac that moves. Install as a hosted counter on an unres piece of ice. Load 9 credits on this card. Use hosted credits to pay any cost before resing host ice. When there are no more credits, trash this card. That's kind of cool.
Actually, almost sounds like a real card. So it's like 6 credits of econ. That you know, like, but you can threaten to be resing like an Anansi or another big ice, and then you know,
it's pretty good.
Basically, pay all the costs. Could use it for some sort of bluffing there. So it's you know 3 credits is a real cost if you put that out there and never use it. But
that is true. It does have a 3 credit real cost. I forgot to mention.
Running that server.
It's I know it's an interesting operation.
Gross spider egg sac that keeps moving around.
So what do you think the intention with this card is? Do you think the aim is where
like birth and Anansi?
Well, yeah, I guess. But why? What's with it? Keep moving. What do you think? There's other cards that might synergize with that, or do you think that's just flavor text?
DNA tracker would synergize. Maybe there's going to be a lot more spiders. Maybe that's the theme.
Ooh, Spiderweb 2.0. A nice new Jinteki card that was inspired by Wayland.
Absolutely. And it's a 2.0, so it is a Bioroid. So I think we can say safely that a Bioroid version of Spiderweb is going to be released for Jinteki this cycle.
Look, I mean, I don't think Wayland would tolerate HB stealing their Bioroid, stealing their design. So it has to be Jinteki.
You're okay with Jinteki, absolutely.
Yeah. No, that is it's a. I know. I would play this card.
How many end the run subroutines would you have to put on a 9-cost Spiderweb for you to play?
Well, that's the thing. Do you think it keeps only being in the run, or do you think it's mutated to do some kind of like net damage or something?
I don't know. It's just a spider web, so presumably the dangerous thing has to come later.
Ooh.
This is just catching you. Maybe it's like an end the run, but you can't leave. Like it traps the runner in the server, and maybe they can't leave.
That's it. They have to play They have to play another game in Netrunner to get back to their game. That'd be wild if Nisei goes that way.
I guess maybe they'd have to like de-res or like.
Oh, another spoiler in the chat of a Nancy 2.0.
Oh my god!
Where?
More Bioroid Wayland.
How are we getting counted with our spoilers? Have they got the same spreadsheet?
No, it's possible that they have a better, more up-to-date spreadsheet.
Oh, that's true. This one.
This supports my theory that there's a schism within Nisei.
That's true.
We've got the pro, the anti-meat damage design team, and he's got like the pro damage. Sort of. That's
true. They probably have the actual name instead of
the pro damage faction.
They probably also have the real name that isn't Gross Spider Exact. That's all moving around too.
I actually know that is the real name. I know for sure.
Oh, that is the real name. Interesting.
It's definitely the real name.
Oh.
And it's actually like a holographic piece of art, so it's one of those, you sort of move it around the light. and you can see the exact shift.
Oh, interesting. I wonder how Nissan are gonna go with the holographic art with their printer of choice, the vendor of
About a
choice.
holographic, like Shaw Gamble, a holographic rebirth. You know, they've done some of
Sure.
that.
If it is a holographic, I'm definitely running it at 3.
At 3.
Any deck, yeah. I love holographic cards, Jaden. If it's one of the few official holographic, it's making its way into the deck.
Sounds good to me.
Let's
Now, it's not in our spreadsheet, but I understand that the Pro Damage Nisei design faction has released, I think, or maybe it is in our spreadsheet, but there's this new asset they've got called Spare with an exclamation mark. Is that right? Do we have that?
I don't think that's in this spreadsheet. That was in the other one.
That's in the Pro
That was in the one they told us not to spoil. But as someone who's read Spare, I'm really keen for it. Do you wanna detail what Spare does?
Yeah, so it's a zero cost, zero trash asset. It says if Spare is accessed from R&D, the runner must reveal it. If you pay 4 credits, so credits like money in Netrunner, when the runner accesses Spare, do 3 net damage and give the runner a tag. Ignore the effect if they access from archives. If Spare is in archives while 3 copies of Snare are in archives, shuffle Spare into R&D. It's a limit 1 per deck card.
Ooh, 11-1 per. That's cool.
What I like about this is that we've seen the Wayland spoilers, the NBN spoilers, and they're kind of like boosting. Like Wayland has this thing where they're like Tracer and stuff. It's never been that powerful. It's kind of in the core set, but now they're kind of revisiting that. NBN, they used to have like Matrix Analyzer and Puppet Master, these ways of getting value advancement tokens from the run, and they're sort of revisiting that, making that stronger, more interesting. So we're seeing a similar thing here with the Jinteki sort of design philosophy. Like, if you look at some of the older like Jinteki cards, like Snare, which
Snare I think would be Spare would be included in any deck with running Snare.
Yeah, I think you would have to.
The question is, do you play 3 Snare still, or do you make them always think there's one in the deck when there's only 2?
I think
and 1 Spare.
The full suite.
The full suite.
What's exciting about this is that it's got that Jinteki. Back in the day, they had this sort of this net damage
oh, interesting.
Never really took off. Now
I don't think I've heard of net damage. Is that an old mechanic you're saying?
Again. Well, it's not an old mechanic. Sort of how Wayland, they always have had this thing where they Tracer and stuff. It's never quite taken off.
Oh, interesting.
Now we're seeing Jinteki. They've always had this idea of doing net damage. Pinging, so net damage, it's a damage, knocks card out of the runner's hand. And an
ablative, just to clarify, Jaden, an ablative counter won't prevent this net damage?
No, exactly. It'll prevent
what terrifying. Terrifying. I've never really touched any Jinteki in my life, so that sounds very interesting. I would run for.
They haven't had anything because they haven't done any damage. They're just pure, install advanced Netrunner. But now we're finally going to see possibly some. The other
interesting thing is also the recursion aspect on Spare.
Yes.
Not even adding a condition, just having 3 snares, any point, shuffle it back into the deck. It's
So there'll always be a snare and or a spare in R&D, which is
I'm sure that's going to cause some ruling problems for people like you judging a tournament, Jaden.
Yeah, because it doesn't say reveal all the snares. You just have to take it on faith. I have
that is true. Do you potentially that's just hindsight on this say that slipped through the cracks?
Well, I mean, we've seen the templating issues with Armored Fridge. It's possible that's a similar.
Yeah, maybe it's just like a new symbol or something that will dictate this. I see.
I trust the Netrunner community.
They're
all snares. I'll put my spare back. What you gonna do?
Yeah, that is true. What are you gonna do then?
I reckon maybe we do one final card.
Let's do ice. Any of these ices sticking out to you, Jaden?
No, you. I feel like this is one. I pull out snare. What's the one final spoiler card that you wanna show off to the masses?
I'm feeling criminal. Oh wait, I see a new Atom card there.
A new what card?
A new Atom card, Fibonacci code.
Oh yeah, Fibonacci code.
It'll come on screen any second now, Jaden. Oh, it's a quadruple run event. Interesting.
Actually, this is another card that I think might kind of be cool and fun.
Yeah, let's read it out to the people first, Jaden. So it's a
All
zero
right, hit me with
cost.
it. Yep.
Zero cost quadruple event, huh? Spend click, click, click. Make a run, you may install one card and gain 1 credit. Make a run, you may draw 2 cards, gain 3 credits. Make a run, you may shuffle 5 cards from the heap into the stack and gain 8 credits. Make a run. That is a very interesting card.
That's very always be running like Adam. Like,
It is.
pointed.
It's
A
it's
lot of
forcing you to
value
spend
in
your
it.
whole turn running.
I mean,
um,
overall, you're gaining what? It costs what 4 to play, and you're gaining what 8 credits over the whole thing.
Well, it doesn't say 4. I
Card?
must have missed that. I thought I looked at the wrong column.
Oh, it did. That's fine. So that's a pretty interesting card. I mean, it's good that we're getting some support for the mini faction still.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, 4 credits. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting an Adam card. I wonder how many influence this one was.
It's got to be 4 influence.
At least, yeah. It seems really good. What would you run like outside of Adam? What would you run this in?
I don't know that. I think probably just Adam. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I see. Get some really good. Yeah,
Where would you put it? You see this in like maybe like a smoke or like a
you can
run-based
play this in
crypto
a
with
Ken Tenma Swift deck.
It's not a run. Is it a run? Oh, it is a run event. Oh,
It's a run
so
event.
Ken would get a
Quadruple, yeah.
spare click.
And a
Maybe
credit
pull a
back, so
deep dive
like
with it.
you're getting some good value here.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to hopefully not die with or clear the tags you took from that run. Maybe.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's I do like just drawing cards and then not being able to do anything with them. That is an interesting
that's
choice.
afterwards. Still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot of runs though.
Absolutely. I like that you can shuffle 5 back in, so you could keep just cycling your Fibonacci codes.
You're right. This doesn't remove itself from the
Every
game.
turn. No.
Oh yeah, that's it. You. Oh, it's up to 5 as well. So you just shuffle the Fibonacci back in.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, if you're Adam, that means you can definitely get you get some good value from like trashing over stuff. You get some kind of. I'm sure there's some kind of like strategy with this with the Fibonacci code.
There must be some strategy with this card. You're right.
That's it. It could be a fun turn after like an apocalypse run or something.
In Adam?
No, I don't necessarily, but I think you could splice this into like an Apex or even like a Shaper. Get an APOC run and then run and recur your whole like 5 cards and do everything. Probably not good, but fun. It's the sort of card you see me play and then lose the game with. I think. But yeah, I think that's all the spoilers we really want to talk about, unless you want to.
Yeah,
Talk about one more, maybe?
This whole enterprise. Oh yeah, I got one more card spoiler. Sure, I thought we were winding up. One more. It's
Ooh,
a 6 of clubs.
the 6 of clubs. Ooh,
Yeah, that's the card there. Now, there's no text on the card. It is sort of a
Interesting.
white background, black 6, and then 6 of these like weird sort of little sort of stems with like 3 circles on them. So I think that's a cool. I guess it must be a corp card or something. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. A corp card. And what do you think that card does?
I just think it's 6 clubs.
Oh, interesting.
I guess possibly again new keyword, something we haven't seen, something that will make sense as more spoilers come out. That's what
it.
I'm sort of seeing here.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested to see how Netrunner adapt the 6 of clubs into the game. Famously known for other card games, not in Netrunner typically.
Sorry, what was I saying? So I don't know these other. You keep saying things are references to other things. I don't really know.
That's true.
Cyberpunk, so
Maybe I'm mistaken on that. Maybe there's no other game with the 6 of
different
clubs.
thing.
You're probably right on that, Jaden.
Believe you.
Probably no 6 of clubs that exist.
Okay, great. I
yeah.
think we're probably calling it, and We're gonna delete this episode? I don't know.
We'll see, Jaden. We'll see.
Okay, correct.
We'll have we deleted an episode yet? We've done worse.
Yes, we deleted the whole back catalogue.
Sure did.
Correct. Could be time for another wipe, I reckon.
Uh, yeah. Where's the stop streaming button, Jaden? Let's find that first. Yeah. But no, that was there. There it is.
Okay, have we